And welcome, Desk of Ladyada. Happy Pi Day, Ladyada. It is that time
Where we recite the digits of pi?
where we recite the digits of pi. Do you have them memorized?
No.
I did, but I lost a lot of them.
Well, it's okay.
Luckily, the search engines are our friend.
Okay, well, you got them on your glasses, you got them on the background.
I am made out of pie.
You're looking good.
Yeah. All right, Ladyada.
Yeah.
What are we doing tonight?
I had a couple like little things here and there that we're doing. Oh, my computer froze.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so.
okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What do you want to do about it?
Well, why don't you keep it talking?
I'll keep it talking.
I'm gonna walk.
You walk. Okay, so we've got one sample to look at. Not a lot of samples going on today. We got one. And then I've got a 9DOF sensor tutorial thing that K-Town worked on. I can talk about that a little bit.
Oh,
So if
yeah?
you're interested in gyros, you guys, not gyros, the tasty Greek food, but gyros, gyroscopes. And then you wanted me to open up and take a look at those glasses. that
Yeah,
you're
we got all
into.
sorts of stuff going on. So let me see what I can do about your crazy computer that's
Yeah.
always doing so much USB.
It is doing a lot of USB. Da-donk-a-donk.
Is this it now, or is that not it?
No, because it looks like I was looking at Twitter, which I was
Oh.
earlier, but then I closed off my windows and now I'm looking at it
Oh,
now.
well, in the business we call this filler.
For Phil,
Yeah, for Phil. All right, so what samples are you gonna show?
I can show off the Kelvin clip that's on. Oh yeah, now it went away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as it should.
Now it's a question mark. It's actually kind of cool.
What?
I kind of like the question mark.
Yeah, we'll take questions. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's just like
That's
I
our
don't know. It's
that's our symbol for
like the
questions.
Riddler. I got this Kelvin clip I could show off.
Riddle me this, Batman.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm used to this. I can kind of deal with anything.
Yeah,
I kind of hate that. I can deal with
Sucks.
anything. Yeah, I know.
but we can go to the overhead. I'll talk about the Kelvin clip
Oh yeah.
while you can think.
The
about it.
show will go on. Just to make this about me for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if y'all want, you could see a 360 video of me going to the office today.
Snowy.
Yeah. So what I did is I mounted a 360 camera on me, and I just went. So I did. You can do it in 360. Okay, let's go over it.
Okay, so today's sample, Kelvin clip. This is a Kelvin clip, which
Yeah.
I think is named after the guy Kelvin, who also was really good about temperature. So this is a really useful clip for doing electronic testing because it's a little clip. It's like a little clampy clip, but it's got conductive like gold plate here, and it's not connected. So like with tweezers, you know, they're conductive, but they're connected together. What's nice about this is that there's these conductive grippies, but they're not connected. So you can use this to like grab onto like a component, like a surface mount component, and then wire this up to your, I guess you get wired up to your oscilloscope, multimeter, LRC meter, whatever, and measure things. It's kind of a handy little like gripper, but has two contacts, which I'm kind of digging. So this is a Kelvin clip. So I think this will pass. I've had other Kelvin clips, but they weren't really good quality. I think this one's pretty good. Like
Calvin.
it's not like
I just like saying Calvin.
Calvin?
Yeah.
It's not like 0201 quality.
I'm thinking of like Alvin from Alvin and Jimmy.
Oh.
Alvin.
Okay. Or Calvin from Calvin Hobbes.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to the Chipmunks slowed down? It's like
It's
three
just like
dudes.
something,
Yeah.
oh, no,
Hey, I'm a chipmunk.
Hey. Okay, so anyways, Kelvin clip looks good.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's look at the gyro guide that K-Town put
Okay,
together.
let's go back to your computer, which is now functional.
Yay! Okay, so we have a weather warning. So if you ordered stuff, it might be delayed a day or two.
Oh, right. Let me get in the character real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. All orders from Adafruit that were placed, I think after Monday, 11 a.m. will not ship probably till tomorrow. We were doing the best we can. UPS was closed. I went there myself and I looked. No postal pickup, no UPS pickup, nothing. be kind to our team. There is weather warnings. There is warnings on all emails. There's a banner on the website.
Airports are closed.
Airports are closed.
Buses are off the road.
We went to the grocery store, and these marketing people were fighting over the tiniest cart because they had little carts for kids, and all the big carts went away, and all these people were fighting for these little carts. I wanted to take a photo, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the show.
Thanks. K-Town and I... So we have a bunch of 9DOF sensors in the store. We have the LSM 9DS0, and then we have the LSM 9DS1, which is actually a little bit less expensive. And we also have the LSM 303 series, and there's a couple other sensors, like gyros and 9DOF sensors. And when you're doing like motion sensing, the quality of the gyro actually kind of is what makes a really big impact on your sensor fusion. Accelerometers are pretty good. They're not that noisy. Magnetometers are also like not usually a big issue, but gyros have a lot of drift to them. Like they're noisy creatures. And so if getting the best quality gyro will make a big difference in the drift of your orientation sensor. So while we were doing this, we were actually looking through, because people kept asking like, oh, I got like the LSM 9DS1 and I'm running, an HRS example code on it. And it's like my thing keeps like twisting. It's like, well, yeah, you got like the cheapest 9DOF sensor. That's not too surprising. And so we were looking to actually get like a really nice quality 9DOF sensor in the store because ST keeps changing their chips, and we're like, well, like they're not like that like, great quality anyways. And we looked at the Teensy sensor shield thing, wing shield prop, whatever. And it has an NXP 9DOF sensor. It's the FXA S21002 and then the FXO S2000 something. It's the pair from NXP, gyro and then an accelerometer and magnetometer. And we actually found that I'm not sure like how Paul figured out that this was like the best quality and some of the lowest priced sensors you can get. But he did an excellent job sourcing them, and we're like, whoa, you found it. Like, these are really, really high quality sensors, and they're less expensive or not much more expensive than the cheaper ones. So this is MEMS, but this is MEMS. I think MEMS sensors are kind of a bad scene. Stay away from those MEMS sensors. But we reviewed them, the gyro part of them in specific. And what's interesting about this guide is it's a guide about like gyros, but it's also a guide about like how to get data out of a data sheet, because some stuff is easy to get out of a data sheet, the minimum maximum voltage or sometimes the quiescent current. But if you're trying to get like sensor like sensitivity and noise, they really do an excellent job of hiding that data. What's up?
Okay, some questions. What about the Bosch BNO55?
We mentioned that here.
Okay.
That is actually a combination of BNI 055, and they also don't have that much information, but it's pretty good. It's not as good as the NXP though. I'll show you at the end.
Okay, so one comment, there is a Kelvin from Star Trek, and also do you want to answer a question that's not related to this at all right now, or do you want to wait for later?
Let's wait till the end.
Let's wait till the end.
So anyways, we basically K-Town goes through and how to find the zero rate level. Basically, when nothing is moving, what is the minimum maximum offset that you might get? That's what causes the drift. And he basically tabulates it to the best he could here. I mean, again, they don't really release this data. They release something. They have to release something because you have to, like, if you're going to use it, you have to have some idea. But they don't release all the data, which means it could be much worse, as you use different sensor scalings. But so far, like the LSM 9DS1 has very little info. So the LSM 9DS1 is, if we're going to take what value they put in as the minimum, it's the worst at 30 degrees per second, which is pretty bad. They say it's less than that, but who knows what it is. The LSM 9DS0 is 10 degrees per second, not so great. It's the same as the L3GD20, 10 degrees per second. When you're doing orientation sensing, you tend to be using the lowest. This column here, you're not going to be moving that fast. You tend to be moving pretty slowly. So you're going to go to the lowest scale, so you get the highest precision. And then, so 30, 10, 10. The MPU 9250 is actually twice as good, 5 degrees per second. which is half as much as the L3GD20 and the LSM9DS0. The BNO055, which again is the 3 sensors inside with a chip that does the fusion for you. It doesn't have a lot of detail, but it seems to be 1 degree per second, so significantly better. What's interesting is NXP, which has something to show, right? NXP is like, they made such good sensors, they want to boast. So they actually were one of the only ones that gave all of the details. So they're 0.4 degrees per second, so that's, almost like a third, or so 3 times better, or 1/3 the noise of the BNO055. And then as you get to, 2,000 degrees per second, they say they can do better or less than 3 degrees per second, which compared to the L3DG20 is like 25 times less. So it's pretty significant how much better this is. And then, we actually tried out the HRS with this sensor on a Feather M0, and if you're not moving it, it actually does report almost no motion, but then when you do move it, it has very little jitter. So it is quite a good sensor. But we kind of wish there was more details. We would have loved to fill out more of this table. But it's like these details are not always available. They'll try to give you them, especially if there's nothing to brag about, you'll get the minimal amount of information necessary. Kind of a tragedy.
So the size of the data sheet is related to the information or the ego?
No, it's the quality, not the quantity.
It's the quality.
Yeah, the data sheet can be large, but it's like if you only care about this one number and that number is not there.
Oh.
If you ask them, they'd be like, "Oh, that's confidential." Data sheet.
Really?
And I'm sure they would, yeah.
So then you have to figure it out.
You could do measurements, but then you'd have to take 100 pieces to get. They know the number. It's not that they don't know it. They know it. They just don't.
Oh man. Yeah. All right. Well, this is an opportunity for you. Sensor makers.
Yeah.
You could be the leader in saying what it is.
Yeah. What it could be.
Giving good information is a form of advertising.
It is. Well, what I like is, what's interesting is NXP definitely was like, everyone else is like, oh, about 10. They're like 0.878125. I mean, they have such high precision, you can tell that they're very happy with their sensor.
They're very secure in their sensor.
Yeah.
All right. So,
so that's my demo so far.
Okay. So that's the samples, that's the demo, that's everything?
That's sample and demo, yeah.
Okay. Next up. We're gonna, so I bought these on Amazon. Those are the glasses. And here's the thing. We took them apart, or should I say, we're going to.
I took them half apart,
we
so
took
I could
them
finish
half apart.
taking them apart.
Yeah, what we wanted to see is what was in it. Is it hackable? We're going to contact the company, and they're based out of South Korea. We're going to say, hey, do you have reseller pricing, and is there some hacks for these? Because we don't want to just sell something that there's nothing to do with it.
Do you want me to finish taking it apart? You want me to show off, or no?
Yeah, so through the magic of internet television, we're going to go to the overhead, and you're going to show what these are made out of and do a quick little tour of the magic, which is...
Okay, well, I've kind of put them all back together,
Yeah.
but basically we removed the plastic reflective part, and then there's this kind of separator diffuser, which is kind of neat. We removed that, and then you actually can't really remove this without taking apart the hinges. So let me move this back out.
Okay. Yeah, what I think
I'm going to
are...
use my Adafruit brand screwdriver.
Adafruit brand.
No, you know what? This isn't the right size. Let me get the right size. You chitter chatter.
Yeah, I'm going to chitter chatter. So, one of the neat things about these that I thought was kind of cool was it used Bluetooth, and we like the Bluetooth sometimes. And it has an equalizer, and it pumps the audio through. So as I talk, you can see that it's kind of like an equalizer. And I thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, hey, I wonder how they're doing that.
Okay, I got my things. You can go. You can still chitter chatter, but if people want to watch,
I'm
me take
boring.
No, you're not.
I'm boring.
No, boring. It's just we can have some cool video.
Yeah.
Take apart. Okay, so what do you like about these glasses?
Well, I just thought it was low cost, so under $70, and they lit up like an equalizer. You could put text on it. The app works. These are all things that I have a Nikon 360 camera that the app to control it doesn't work, so I had to manually do stuff, and now it's set forever. But making apps is hard.
So this is the weird part. So to finish taking this apart, you actually have to remove the hinges.
To remove the hinges,
because
you
it
have to pop the
releases
front
this
off.
flex circuit.
Yeah.
Remove. Okay. Okay. And then, once you remove the hinge, what's that?
Someone wants to see like what it looks like through them. I mean, like sure, kind of, but I'll just go to me for a second. So here they are in the equalizer mode, and you can see that you can see through it. Imagine you're wearing them. So
Okay. All right. So now you can go back to the overhead.
Yeah, I'll go back to the overhead.
Okay. So once you remove the hinges, then you have this like flex material that's loose. So then you can lift this up. And then you can twist this around. Carefully. Hold on. I'm probably going to tear the flex material, but okay. So
we got two.
we got two, yeah. So this is the circuit board. So
Yeah, the interesting thing is like, hey, we recognize some of these parts.
yeah, so see how close I can get.
You can get closer. Okay.
That's pretty
Hey,
good.
look, Atmel.
Yeah, so there is. Well, it runs off of two AA battery or AAA batteries. So the batteries come in over here. So this
Yeah.
is the first battery.
I kind of like that too. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
USB charging and then you have to have USB, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on,
Yeah.
and more cost, more complexity, and then hard to ship, and so these came. They did come with alkalines in the box, yeah.
Yeah. And then okay, so these batteries come in, and then over here, you can see this inductor here. So you know that this is like a boost converter. To get it from 2 volts approximately up to like 3.3. It's a little boost converter. You see capacitors and inductor right there. These are little drive transistors. So there's like a transistor looks like a little transistor or level shifter. Probably be a dual. It says Q8, so maybe like a dual transistor, like a driver, or open drain driver. And then, over here, Atmel at SEMD20. J18. So this is the largest version of the SEMD20, which is similar to the SEMD21 that everyone knows and loves. The SEMD20, however, does not have native USB, but it's a little bit cheaper. So this is a pretty big chip, actually. It has a ton of flash, a ton of RAM. I'm a little bit surprised because it doesn't do that much. Like, it's not running any analysis. I don't even think it does the equalization stuff. That probably happens in the app and then just sends over like which LEDs to light up. I doubt it actually sends true audio through. And then, but whatever. So this chip, you could program it with Arduino. You could put a bootloader on it and have it. You would have to program it through the debug port, which is over here. But you could put in, if any of these have UART pins connected, which they probably do, then you would be able to use the UART bootloader. You just wouldn't use the USB part, you'd use the UART part. The Arduino bootloader is dual USB and UART, you can use either. And then over here is NRF 51822. So this is a Bluetooth low energy chip. So it doesn't do Bluetooth audio, it actually does BLE. So the app uses the phone's microphone or audio, and then it doesn't send the audio through, it just sends data through. So this is a nice simple chip. There's a lot of example code for it. We love the NRF 51. I'm a little surprised they didn't go with just an NRF 8000 one since they already had this core here, but whatever, for some reason maybe they were just used to using this chip. They actually probably could have run almost the entire thing on the NRF 51 or the NRF 52, but again, maybe they were comfortable with these two chips, and so that's why they decided to go with, what's funny, this is a Cortex M0 and this is an M4, so this is actually a much more powerful, right? It isn't I think the NRF 51's an M4. The NRF 52 is an M4. Maybe this is also an M0. So they have two M0 processors here. But this one does have like a soft device, so maybe they needed the extra pins. Like the fact that they picked the J series, they needed the extra pins or something. I don't know. Maybe like each LED. I don't think each LED has a connection, but maybe each string of LEDs, and they multiplex them or they Charlieplex them. That's why they needed so many pins. But yeah, and then you have the drivers, the protectors over here, and then a crystal, and then here's the antenna. You can see kind of barely this little antenna in the trace over your third eye. So that's kind of what's going on here. Not a lot. Pretty straightforward.
Okay, some questions. Would you need an FDDI to USB to hack this?
It?
Yeah.
You'd want any FTDI or similar USB to serial converter. Again, I'm not 100% sure that UART is on here, but the fact that there's this many pads, there's probably a UART debug port, and there's probably SWD on here and power and ground.
Okay, next up.
You'd want to like trace this out to figure out exactly.
Could you flip it over and show all the LEDs?
Yeah.
And what type of LEDs are these?
These are just white LEDs, and there are, let's see, it says D2 through 24 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 24 by 9 LEDs. So quite a few. These are just white 0603 LEDs.
Okay.
It says light boom.
Next up, what type of Bluetooth is it? And
Bluetooth low energy.
Okay, and then where's the RAM? How do you? Because it stores something.
No, the RAM is just inside of the SAMD.
That's the answer.
Yeah, it can store. I mean, it can use flash as RAM. There also might be an EEPROM on there. Like there's a couple chips I didn't identify, so it could be an EEPROM, or you can use the SAMD chip. It has flash that you can write to as EEPROM. It does EEPROM
Okay.
Emulation.
All right, so that's our take apart for tonight.
Take apart.
And we're gonna answer some general questions now.
Sure.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I put this back together?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You can probably do two things at the same
Yeah.
time because you like to multitask. Can you use a 4-pack of nickel metal hydride batteries with a feather, or can they just connect it to the USB pin and not connect USB, obviously?
I don't recommend it, honestly, because you risk, back powering your USB connection. If you were to do it, I would say yes, connecting it up to USB is your best bet, and then just don't plug in the USB cable at the same time. But it's risky. I mean, you're taking a risk that you could end up powering it. If you plug in USB, you'll end up back powering your USB port.
Any way to upgrade the RAM on a Raspberry Pi?
No. I mean, if you're that guy from China who can
Oh, the iPhone fix-it guy?
The iPhone fix-it guy. Yeah,
cool.
You can do it, but you have to be able to remove a BGA from that package on the Pi Zero, or from the bottom. It's still a BGA. It's not easy.
One comment, someone said clever and probably had code libraries for those chips.
Yeah, I mean, we took apart a lot of wearables with Becky on the Wearable Wednesday videos, and the NRF51 definitely dominates the Bluetooth. Like Nordic owns the Bluetooth space. I saw a lot of NRF 8000 ones and then NRF51s come in. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes with a coprocessor chip. Sometimes they use just the NRF51, but a lot of times there's a coprocessor. The NRF51 is pretty powerful. The NRF52 is really powerful. So what you'll probably see is a lot of these devices as they move to the NRF52, which is a Cortex M4 with a ton of flash, a ton of RAM. They'll probably, on over-the-air programming, they'll probably start ditching the coprocessor.
Okay. Is there room for a CH340 chip in there?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could fit a USB connector here. It wouldn't be elegant, but you could do it.
Yeah. All right. So, I'll probably send a link to this video to the folks who made these glasses. I'll ask if they have margins. I'll ask if they're willing to do a hack or something like that, and maybe we consider having these for folks to play around. You can also make something like this using Adafruit stuff.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. This is the way they did. I understand why they did it. It kind of keeps the flex in. But boy, it's annoying to put together.
Okay. So next up, I am going to talk about something that we're going to do. We've been doing this for a bit. We're going to give away a Raspberry Pi Zero wireless tonight.
Yeah.
And I'll just establish some rules and tell you what we do. So we'll eventually turn on our phone, and our phone will ring, and we're just going to pick the first caller. If you happen to be the first caller and you've never won something from Adafruit, say your name clearly and say where you're from, and Ladyada will talk to you, and then we'll work out how to get to
VoIP interface.
a VoIP interface.
This is also a good way for us to test our VoIP interface.
Yeah, and we also, of course, have a payphone, as you can see right there behind our Ladyada. So just one thing, though, if you go to voicemail, which it might do because we get a lot of calls, we have hundreds of people
We only have one payphone.
watching, and a lot of people try to call at the same time. If it goes to voicemail, leave a nice voicemail. In fact, assume if you leave a voicemail and it's good, we'll probably play it, and we'll probably have it part of our voice message mailbag that we play on Ask an Engineer or whatever. So even if you don't win, call later, whatever, feel free to leave a message. Say something nice because, believe it or not, it helps. So with that being said, we got 2 nice messages today. Actually, we had more, but I'm going to play them. So,
Go for it.
Ladyada,
Yes.
we're going to play 2 messages.
Play them.
Kirby, just calling to say happy Pi Day, and hope you have fun in the snow.
Hi, Ladyada. My name's Rebecca. I'm a huge fan of you guys. I love your product. And hopefully I can get on Ask An Engineer Live. Show and tell this week. But I love what you're doing. I want to be just like you. So, have a great day.
So thank you so much, kind people, who've
That's nice.
decided to leave us a nice message. And, oh, hey, Rebecca, who left a message, is in the chat. Hey, Rebecca.
Hello.
So we look forward to seeing you on the show and tell, Rebecca. Thank you for
Yeah.
leaving that nice message.
Thank you for leaving a nice message.
Yeah. And then Kirby also left a message wishing us a happy Pi Day.
Yay.
So
Pi Day.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting the glasses away now.
Okay.
Okay, they're away.
Yeah. So with that being said, Ladyada.
Yes. Putting away my screwdriver set. Yeah.
What?
I'm just putting away all my tools.
Okay.
Keeping a tidy desk is important.
Is very important. So, you know, there's some delays and stuff on the various video networks, so I like to give folks a chance. There's the payphone. There's the phone number, its own bit stab. Feel free to start dialing. If you dial right away, it might not work, or you have to wait a little bit. It's kind of random. But
That's
we want,
nice.
Yeah, we want to do this because some of the streams are like up to a few minutes behind, and like when we do trivia questions, folks would watch one so they can get the scoop on the other. And so we decided, well, let's just figure out something that's a little bit more random. Just make sure it's someone who hasn't won. Be nice, of course. And if you go to voicemail, just leave a nice message. We'd very much appreciate it because we'll play these for our team. So without further ado, Ladyada,
Yeah.
the telephone is going to be a-ringing.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we have our VoIP set up that doesn't pass through the
Okay.
data. So that's good. Figure that out.
We're almost there. It's getting closer by the second. At any moment,
Any moment.
we're going to...
This is pretty serious.
yeah, at any moment, we're just going to turn on the phone. You never know when.
I want glasses that just say ohm.
Yeah, I know. We all do.
Ohm.
So let's see who's our first caller tonight. Own bit stab. Now, sometimes I think we melt down the phone system. So
Yeah.
if it doesn't ring,
It's
you know.
not ringing
Yeah,
yet.
I don't know.
I'm looking at these LEDs. They're blinking.
Yeah.
Here, maybe we'll have VoIP cam.
VoIP cam. Oh, I'll go to the overhead.
VoIP cam.
I think sometimes we blow it up.
See how there's like LEDs here?
Yeah.
It's saying there's internet.
Yeah.
The network, I don't know. We're also on the air.
We're still, everything's still working out. It's just,
On the air.
yeah. Might I suggest you pick up the phone and hang it up? Make sure there's a dial tone.
There's a dial tone.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
It's all good.
Always exciting. You never know what's going to happen on the desk of Ladyada.
Yeah. I'll
I
stay
think we
here
broke
all
it.
night.
I think we broke it.
We broke it?
It could be.
Too many people called at once, you think?
Yeah, that's happened before.
VoIP cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, VoIP cam. When this blinks, this LED here, that's when you know.
Oh yeah, that's how you know.
That's how you know. This blink just means network is okay.
Yeah.
This means power is okay.
Well, why don't we try something fun? And
wanna power cycle it?
yeah, let's power cycle it. Defrag your XP computer.
Unplug.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Let these capacitors drain.
Yeah. It's exciting. I guess eventually we might need to figure out what happens when we have so many calls. Because I can see the calls trying to get in, but I think they're
Yeah.
just... I don't think this was meant to be.
What
I
you're
don't think
doing
people
here.
were meant to use the voice over IP stuff with a payphone like the way we are and all that.
I don't think you're supposed to have so many people calling.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Okay, it's connecting.
Do 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 do.
Connecting.
Do 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 do.
Connecting. This isn't lighting up yet. Now it's lighting up. Okay, so
Alright.
now it says phone is online.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How about you unplug the phone part?
phone? Okay.
Yeah, unplug the phone part. Because we've had to do that before when we had it melt down. And then plug it back in.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try to call and see what happens.
We're learning a lot about
Yeah.
VoIP.
Let's see what happens when I call. Yeah, it completely melted down.
What did it
says
say?
It can't call.
No, really?
Yeah, it says it's busy.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's like that.
Hmm. Too popular.
Voicemail works. So I'm going to try a couple things because, you know, we're going to end up doing this on Ask an Engineer. This is like our prototype. So I'm going to try to turn it on and off on my side and see what
Yeah.
happens. You ready?
Yeah.
Turn it back on. Do 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 do. And when you pick it up, you get a dial tone.
Yeah.
Then do it again.
Dial tone.
Dial tone, huh?
But the dial tone is generated locally. It doesn't mean anything.
It's not real.
Even if there's no Ethernet, there's a dial tone.
Yeah,
It doesn't know.
it doesn't know.
It doesn't know.
That's the way it goes, folks.
It doesn't know.
That is the way it goes.
It's totally how it goes. You want to know how it goes? That's how it goes.
Well, why don't we try something fun?
Okay.
Why don't you try to dial me? See if you can dial out.
Okay.
That's fun.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, we don't have the dialer going.
We don't have the dialer working.
Ah.
We don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't work. I think it's because I have the tip and ring
Yeah.
put backwards.
I think that there is a limit to the number of people that can try to call at the same time, and I think it thinks it's a denial of service attack or something, and then it just like goes. So that's unfortunate. So we'll probably have to think of something to combat this.
Less popularness.
Yeah, I think it's the Pi Zero. Maybe we'll give away something no one wants. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to keep flicking on the settings here.
Okay.
See if I can do anything from my side.
Yeah, we didn't get the.
We gotta get the dialer going.
Yeah. Because I think to get it working before I switched it and I have to
Yeah.
undo it. We have to open up the phone and swap a Rui. Although I vaguely remember it worked once, but yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. Well, let's try this.
Okay.
Let's why don't you power cycle it again?
Okay.
I'm committed to seeing how it can be revived or continually broken.
Okay, so I'm removing the.
Yeah, remove that and then unplug the phone part.
We tested it before the show, so.
Oh yeah. No, this all works.
Okay, so when do you want me to plug it back in?
Yeah, go ahead and plug it back in. But don't plug the phone part back in.
Okay, don't. Okay.
And as soon as it gets solid, let's plug the phone part in again. And
Well,
just
now
see
it's kind of a good time. I mean, I don't know what the.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't really understand what it means. Like, I think it does some sort of like network update thing. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so that's a to-do for us to figure out what happens when there's too many callers and it freaks out.
Do you think there's a VoIP service that can handle like this many callers?
I'm not sure there is. I mean, we're pumping this through Obiha,
OB
and then it goes to Google Voice.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Oh, here we go. See, eventually, if you wait long enough, the phone will ring.
Okay. Well, when you're ready.
Oh yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
All right, pick it up.
Hello, you have reached the desk of Ladyada. What's your name and where are you calling from? They hung up.
Oh, that was a wasted call. Oh, that's so sad.
I don't think I said anything offensive.
No, you said hello. That was a
said
nice
hello.
greeting. Oh, that was a Pi Zero wireless. Oh,
Maybe
man.
they thought it was the voicemail.
You don't. I mean, we don't have a voicemail that sounds like that, though.
But they don't know what
Who
it says.
answers it like that?
I'm very voicemail-like.
Really?
I've been told.
You don't sound like a voicemail to
No.
me. you.
But you saw when this LED blinks, that means the phone call
Yeah.
is coming in. So it's not that the phone's broken. If this is solid,
Yeah, no. Someone had
it
their
means
chance.
there's a phone, but nobody's.
Oh wow! There's a Raspberry Pi Zero wireless that's not going to someone.
Yeah.
Wow,
They should have stayed.
That's
on line,
crushing.
I don't know. Maybe nobody had one.
that's a crushing defeat. Well, they would have said I have one.
Also, sometimes people just want to dial, and then they're like, "Oh, it turns out I don't actually want it."
Yeah. Well, then don't do that. If you're not gonna talk and claim the prize, don't call. All right, Ladyada, let's do this again.
Okay.
Since we had some success in it after a power cycle,
You want me to do the power cycle again?
why not do it again?
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. So then you want me to plug this back in?
Yeah, after it turns green.
Yeah, I'm trying to plug this in.
I'm looking for green. Like that bird from Earth 2.
Okay. So now plug this in.
Yeah?
Sure. Why not?
You in?
Plug.
All right. Do 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 do.
I really do have to get this in a case though, because I'm worried I'm going to start breaking those wires.
Yeah. Well, I think this is good because we might have to figure out a way to know how to kick it. So I'm gonna try to turn it on and off from my side and see if that
Yeah?
works. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me try again. Do 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 do.
Yeah, there's a lot of space in here. I can fit
Yeah.
teensy in there. Got these light pipes.
Well, guess what?
What?
If you get a voicemail, leave a nice message. That's it. We tried.
We try.
We tried. I think too many calls. We'll have to do this so random. Maybe we'll just surprise folks. 'Cause I can always change a number and forward it around, but I kind of like the idea of it being the same number that you just turn on occasionally.
Okay, well, we did some science.
Try to unplug the phone in it and see if that does anything. Boop 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 boop.
This is also the single line version. We could try the
Yeah.
double line version.
Yeah, we've done that before, but we have to mod it.
Why
You
did
still have
Delta
Delta on
Delta?
it. We have to mod it so it can. You can do that mod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be the same chipset.
Yeah. So maybe we'll do that, and we'll even have like 2 boxes in case like one melts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody
It's
knows.
something upstream, I think.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. I mean, I think they're like, why would you want some?
Why would you have 500 people calling you?
Oh, hey, this is like a little microphone cab.
What? Oh, cool.
I'm stuck on.
Do 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 do. Okay, let's see if there's any other settings that I could possibly apply to do this. Do 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 do. No. No. Oh, damn, I'm gonna turn that off. Calls. No.
No.
any setting that's helpful at all. When there's like no settings, it's like
VoIP Ventures.
VoIP Ventures. What's that?
It's like Adventures in VoIP.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't see any other settings, or you'd think there'd be some settings that say like, here's how it works, or here's.
Well, you said they were really helpful when you contacted them before. You can.
Well, Google Voice is not. I don't even know how you'd get a hold of them.
Do you think it's Google Voice that's stopping it?
Well, what else would it be? I mean, when it's just one call and it's just routing around, it's okay.
Could be the VoIP's gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. Adventures in
I'll be here
VoIP.
all night.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? The phone lines could kind of even be down somewhere. Like, who knows? I don't think so, but like, it is kind of weird out. Yeah, now it's getting a busy signal for people who are calling. So it's just it just gave up. It's like, nah.
Nope.
Well, give it the last power cycle try, lady. Just plug it in, unplug it and plug it back in, and let's see what happens. Because that's fun. So I will start to investigate to see what's possible. I will ask maybe the company who makes this, and I will describe what we're doing. Hey, so we have this internet show, you see?
We give a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
No, not like a dessert, like a computer.
Yeah, we have this Raspberry Pi. This is totally okay. There's nothing weird that we're doing with this. We're giving away Raspberry Pi Zeros with a payphone that we've modified. Yeah, that's right.
And then you're going to show them this video?
What's the phone number? Well, it's Own Bits Tab. All right. How can we help you? So anyways.
And you got these glasses.
Yeah.
With the phone number.
I'm going to send them a time-coded URL with this. This is totally going to work out. This is totally a good idea. All right. Well,
the future.
Well, that's it for tonight, folks.
All right. Well, thank you,
please support Desk Ladyada. Apparently, we need to pay a phone bill. We'll figure out what we can do. But I think 50 or 60 people calling at the same time nukes it. What we'll do is we'll modify the other one that has 2 lines just in case. I don't know. And then I'll think of something else too. I got ideas.
Okey-doke.
I got ideas. All right. Well, that's the Desk Ladyada tonight. Ladyada.
Thanks, everyone.
Say good night.
Good night.
Bye bye. See you on Ask an Engineer tomorrow. Ask a Lawyer edition.
Ask a lawyer.